Natural capital is everything we get from our natural world that benefits us. Some things in nature are easier to value than others, like food, for example. It's got a price tag already attached to it. The natural capital approach asks us to think about including those things in nature that don't normally have a price tag attached to them in our decision making. And so we have a better understanding of the complete and total value of something, not just its economic value. Take an example of a small woodland. Now we could cut those trees down and we can sell the timber on and we can benefit from some income. But what about the other things that we could have valued in those trees that have now gone? For example, if those trees were in our towns and cities, then they could be cooling down our streets during a heat wave. The trees are storing carbon, and they can store more carbon and help us mitigate against climate change. If the trees were along a river in the countryside, then they would be helping prevent soil eroding into the river, and we'd be benefiting from better quality water, and as well the river would be healthier for the wildlife that live there. If the woodland was accessible, then we could go for a walk in the woodland. We could de-stress, we could take some exercise, we could simply enjoy being there, enjoying nature and the wildlife there. The woodland might have a story to tell from the past, and so it's contributing to a cultural connection with the place. So the natural capital approach allows us to consider all of these different values before we decide how to use and manage the woodland. At NatureScot, we carried out a survey, so we know that the food and drink industry in Scotland relies on a healthy, natural environment, and it contributes billions of pounds each year to the Scottish economy. Tourism too contributes billions of pounds, and we know that tourists love to visit Scotland for our landscapes, for our nature, for our cultural heritage, for our wildlife. We also know that taking a 20-minute walk in the park or down by the riverside, the canal side, will improve our physical and mental health. So we can take the pressure off the NHS through potential cost-benefit savings. And finally, we know that nature can help us tackle climate change. The natural capital approach allows us to understand the nature-based solutions that we can benefit from to help us tackle this major challenge to our society. Taking a natural capital approach helps us to recognise how indispensable nature is to our economy, to our health, to our cultural identity, to our overall quality of life, and to our well-being. So the more we care for nature, the more we look after our landscapes, crucially the more we invest back into nature, the more likely our natural world will keep giving back to us. And if you want to know more about the natural capital approach, to see how it can help you make better decisions, then visit nature.scot to find out more.